Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about the pros and cons of Facebook groups, you guys. So if any of you guys are a part of any type of pet Facebook groups, you know that there's good information, there's bad information, there's drama, and just so much more. So in this video, it's more of an opinion video because it's what I see as pros and cons. I'm sure other people will agree, as well as some people might disagree, and that's perfectly fine. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I usually talk about my chameleon Mazia, who's behind us up in the top. My two beautiful Shuggy girls. So yeah, let's get started. So I don't know if I should like start with the pros or the cons, but I kind of feel like I guess we should start the video on a positive note. So some of the things that I love about Facebook groups are that you can learn a lot of new information, but I feel like with that also comes just knowing how to kind of like filter the information and be able to go through it and kind of know which information is information that you should be taking into advice and which information is maybe not the best, right? But you can learn so many things, especially if you're new to a certain type of animal. There are just so many people who have more experience than you, as well as just maybe if you don't have a certain pet yet, they already have the pet. So it's like you're getting some good information because they kind of know what to do, or at least they should have a step in the right direction most of the time. Another pro that I like about the pet groups is that because there are so many people from all over the world and just so many different people, you can literally buy all types of products from people who have like just little small businesses within themselves, who maybe just sell on Facebook, or even have like an Etsy account. So it's really cool. So for example, the wheels that I got for my sugar gliders, I got it from someone on Facebook who said, hey, I sell those specific wheels, you know, and I don't mind like helping out smaller people. I know money is hard, everybody wants to make money, right? So if I could help people make money, I will try to buy from them sometimes. Even like stuff in Mozzie's cage, for example, his feeder that is right there, and also even his background actually comes from just random people on the Facebook groups, on the pet groups. I'm in a couple of different groups. I'm in a chameleon group, sugar glider groups, owl groups, dog groups, all types of pet groups. Just being on the pet groups and maybe not commenting if you're in a certain emotional state, but just like being on the group, seeing the good pictures, and just reading other people's experiences or little things that they post about their pet daily might kind of just help you as a person to maybe, if you're feeling depressed, not feel depressed. You can meet like a lot of different personalities, a lot of different good people. I've actually seen in a lot of the groups that sometimes if someone is really struggling, people will reach out and honestly just give a helping hand, and that is probably the most beautiful thing. So now I'm gonna get a little bit negative and kind of just tell you guys a few things that I consider to be negatives with these groups. Again, this is more of just an opinion video. Sometimes you join these pet groups and I noticed that a lot of times people ask questions, and honestly, like, their questions are not even being answered. Like, let's say something in the enclosure looks off. Instead of somebody answering the question, they will start nitpicking at things that they see wrong or things they don't agree with, something like that. So that is one of the cons about joining these Facebook pet groups. Another con that I would say is I feel like a lot of times there's so much drama on all of these pet pages, whether it be like feuds between other pages or just sometimes like the admin, they're not even like that respectful or like nice all the time, and they will come off to some of the other people in the group, like their community. They'll come off rude, and it's like, as an admin, I don't think you should ever come off rude. I mean, maybe if the situation is calling for it, like the person is being really rude to you, but even then, you know, I just feel like if you're an admin or a moderator or, you know, running any page, you should try to be neutral and, you know, not say things that are so mean, because I feel like what people don't realize that they're doing once they become a huge like Facebook group is that sometimes their attitude just loses people, and like people don't want to join the group because it's like they're scared to ask questions or to like share a picture or something, because they're not sure how the audience or like the pet Facebook community is going to react. So like a negative I would say is that sometimes a lot of the people who comment might come off rude. Like I said, maybe the admin themselves might come off rude, and it really detours people who might genuinely need help, like from asking or from getting that help, which generally results to bad, I'm not sure how to say this, just like, God forbid, like they don't know something that's crucial. Let's say with a chameleon, maybe they asked about a light and then people are super rude, so they just don't continue to look at the comments, but then somebody helpful comments, but they're no longer looking at it anymore. Now they don't know which light to buy for the chameleon, which is absolutely the most important thing when it comes to owning your chameleon, so that they don't develop MBD. But that's a different topic, and I do not want to like get off track. So I'm just gonna end this video by telling you guys my most favorite thing about the Facebook groups and my least favorite thing about the Facebook groups. So my favorite thing about the Facebook group is I'm the kind of person who loves to learn, loves new information. So being on these groups, oftentimes there are a lot of questions asked, and most of the time I feel like when you see a repetitive answer, that's probably the correct answer. So I feel like you can learn a lot, especially like when multiple people have the same experience, then you know that it's the correct answer. So there's a lot of information to be learned on these groups. My absolute most annoying, like the thing I dislike the most about these groups is one thing that I have found for certain, I'm sure a lot of people can agree, is a lot of these groups are opinions and not facts. So they might comment on something based on opinions and not give facts. And I'm trying to think of a good example of this that I can give you guys. So let me just think of one, and then you guys are gonna see what I mean. Okay, so like maybe this is not the best example, but I'm just gonna give like an example. Maybe you say, hey, like this is what I mean by they don't always like just answer the questions. They start throwing opinions instead of start giving like good answers sometimes. So like you'll be like, hey, what should I do if I want to go away for a day? What should I do with my chameleon or my pet? Now, instead of giving like, oh, you should hire somebody, or oh, you should take it over to a family member's house, or something that, not necessarily a fact, but something that is an answer, instead they'll be like, oh my goodness, you cannot leave your chameleon at home, you cannot leave your pet at home. Like just throwing opinions out there that nobody asked for. I think it's the most annoying thing ever in these groups, is the fact that oftentimes questions get answered with opinions and not with valid answers. With all of that being said, I hope that if you are maybe wondering if you should join a pet group or not, this video was helpful. If you're in a pet group, let me know your thoughts on the pet group, or maybe some good moments you had in the group, or some crazy moments that happened in the group. You know, anything that you guys can relate to, you can always comment below. Also, let me know what other kind of videos you guys would like for me to make. So until next time, you guys, bye.